Hi everybody, this is Dollar. Here's a sneak peek of the finished product. This video is going to be about an hour and a half long, so I decided late term to go ahead and break it into parts. Here's the next part. Thanks a lot. One of the packages that come with the motherboard is the Wi-Fi antenna. So this connects to the back of the CPU at these two connectors, and this just slides in here. Again, it's hard to do with one hand, sorry. Mounts like that, and just stands behind the computer. Gives you your Wi-Fi antenna. I pulled the video card from my old system, and we're going to be putting it in the first PCIe slot here, which requires us to take these two panels off. And we're going to slide it in here. Align the PCIe with the slots. Just rest it down in there till it seats. And go ahead and put the screws back in. We've got the screws in, got it mounted. So I pulled the PCIe 3 cable through before. We're going to go ahead and plug that in like so. Okay. And we'll try to push that through the best we can, but it's going to be kind of ugly with this hanging out. I think we're ready to power it up. I put the case next to the monitor and have a USB battery backup down here that I'll be plugging everything into. I'm just going to plug in what's absolutely necessary to get this thing up and going. Basically the video, power, put the mouse and keyboard on there, and Ethernet. Okay, I always get nervous when I do this. I've had one that's never started in the past. So first thing we want to do is make sure the power supply is turned on. So that's well in the back here. And we've got some lights on inside. Let's see if it starts. Don't think that's a good sign. So let me check everything. We've got the lights on in there. Maybe it's going to stay on this time. There's nothing on the monitor yet. So give it time to boot up. There's a little light up there that was yellow. The motherboard instruction said if it's yellow that the RAM isn't inserted properly. So I'm going to go ahead and try this again. Right next to the AC is the yellow light. You see only 2 of the RAM strips seem to be lighting up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out and replace them or reseat them. I reseated the RAM, so let's see if this thing will start. Looks like all the RAM lights are on this time. And we're getting a boot screen. I'm going to hit the delete key, get the BIOS to come up. And there we got BIOS. So it looks like we are up. That's awesome. A little bit of difficulties, but I actually like that they have that little yellow light right there. It's green right now, which is a good sign. There's some codes there too, but the yellow light told me that the RAM wasn't seated. I reseated the RAM and it's up. What we're going to do next is update the BIOS right away. What we have is a flash drive that I got ahead of time and downloaded Windows onto it with my old system, as well as a BIOS update. So as you can see right here, there is a specific slot called BIOS. So I'm going to insert this USB flash drive into that. Okay, the instructions say to shut off the computer and push this for 3 seconds. This is the BIOS reset with the computer off. Okay, I got a different USB drive because it wasn't working. This thing should continue to flash while it's updating. When it turns off, it's done. The other one was staying solid. So I did read the instruction. It said to use a USB 2 type flash drive, and I had a 3 that I used for the Windows backup. So this seems to be working, so we'll wait till it shuts off. Alright, I got Windows installed, which is great. Took me a little bit, just getting everything loaded. I was not able to reset the BIOS yet, so I'm going to do it manually from within the BIOS system now that I have it online. But everything's been updated and installed, so now I'm back to closing up the case. Now that I got it running, I'm going to go ahead and start reassembling it. So this piece will go back in. Love that wire management. I don't know how those guys do that. This thing is crazy full of stuff, especially with all those fans. But I'm going to go ahead and reassemble this, starting with this piece here. Again, 2 holes on the bottom, 2 screws in the bottom, 2 screws at the top. Good. So I'm going to go ahead and put the back panel on. Like so. The front panel on. There's little tabs that slide in here. Goes down. And the side panel. Lastly, the top panel goes on. This locks everything in place. Like that. Thumb holes in the back, thumb screws in the back. Got it assembled. Clear. So it's up and running. Got the computer up. A little difficulty with tweaking everything. I was getting a CPU fan not on error when I was trying to boot, and I was able to go into the BIOS and just say ignore that because the fans are spinning, and what it does is monitors if it's too slow. And these fans are designed to not run if it's not needed. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and tweak the RGB on this, and we'll get you a final look. I'm updating the BIOS using the ASUS Easy Flash 3 utility that's in the BIOS. I can never get it to work with the flash drive in the back of the computer. It tried to do it, it flashed for about a minute and it would just stay on, and it never updated. So this is updating. See, the progress bar is moving along nicely. So we'll get this updated and move on. So here's a final look. The computer's up and running. And I'm going to show you really quick the IQ program that's used. This is the Commander Pro. It tells you what the fan RPMs are, as well as the temperatures. I added those 4 temperature probes in there, so that's useful. The other thing it does, if we switch this over to the Lighting Node Pro, we get lighting channel setups, and you can pick different settings. On this, here's some of the animation. It just gives you a taste of a lot of options that are available. This one changes the colors all at the same time. But anyway, I'm very happy with this setup. It boots up extremely fast. It has a lot of options. It's very fast. I'm still installing some of the software, but I'm very happy with what I have so far. So hopefully this is helpful to some of you. It was actually kind of painless for me. I got it done in a day, so it wasn't too bad. But I appreciate all you watching, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next video.